Taking on ISIL remains a top priority for the international community. The gathering that was established in 2014 to stem the rise of ISIL in Iraq and Syria says there's a long way to go. The ongoing fighting and the deteriorating humanitarian situation in Syria is likely to imperil the push to defeat ISIL. It's the reason why US Secretary of State John Kerry urged the Syrian government to allow aid reach those badly affected in places like Madaya.
Children are suffering, not as a result of an accident of war, but as the consequence of an absolutely intentional tactic. And as I mentioned, that tactic of using starvation as an instrument of war is directly against the law of war.
Key players in the coalition like Saudi Arabia and Turkey insist ISIL won't be defeated as long as President Bashar al-Assad stays in power. This is another potential battleground for the coalition. Libya has been marred by infighting. An ISIL offshoot now controls a long coastal area on Europe's doorstep. The international coalition is considering a military operation to stem the rise of ISIL.
We know that the more Daesh is squeezed in its core territory, the more it is tempted to pursue its terrorist activities elsewhere by targeting other countries, and we are witnessing renewed activity in Libya and in sub-Saharan Africa, or by looking to strike inside our own countries.
But Libya remains politically divided. A government was announced a few weeks ago, but was soon rejected by the internationally recognized parliament in the east. The political impasse plays into the hands of ISIL that continues to expand in the oil-rich North African country. Despite the ongoing airstrikes against ISIL in Iraq and Syria, the group still controls huge swathes of land and is expanding in North Africa, where it's trying to build a base in Libya. There's a growing consensus that for a military action against ISIL to succeed, it should be followed by a diplomatic push to end war in Syria and in fighting in Libya. Hashim Al-Barra, Al Jazeera, Rome.